We seem to have landed safely on Earth, and Yorha really wants us to go after that giant Goliath over the carnival. Apparently it is disrupting communications with the resistance there, but I have a better idea. Do you want to come with me? I know this is your first time on the job, but I promise that Goliath can wait a moment. The robot army can take care of them. They are combat droids, after all. I have a much more fun and better idea. Why don't we head that way? I have my droid, but I think I'm going to turn him off, just so that way he does not report back to Yorha and say we aren't doing our duties. Are you ready? It's about 2 or 3 miles this way. You'll love it. I see you are looking at what is in my bag, and what I have brought with us. These are not weapons or supplies for battle. No, they are for something much better. They are for a picnic. Have you had one of those before? I didn't think that you had. Do you know what a picnic even is? It's what humans used to do when they would invite friends and loved ones to have a meal outside. And I think they would do that so they could take the time to enjoy Mother Nature. They knew that Mother Nature was something that needed to be cherished. And I asked you today because, while this is our first mission, I have some inclination that we were meant to be the best partners we can be. So follow this road, and I think we should be able to see this hill. I think this spot will be sufficient. What do you think? Do you like it? I think this is my favorite part of the whole planet. It's small, desolate, and I think it holds a lot of merit to its name. Oh, what's its name, you ask? Well, it's none other than Quiet Hill. I named it myself. Can you tell that it's perfect, though? It's just so quiet. It doesn't have a single Goliath roaming around. Why don't we sit down and eat traditional food that humans would eat? I studied the archives and libraries, and I bought what I believe to be the cornerstone foods of a picnic. There were lots of different things to choose from, but based on the books, this is what I brought. First things first, you need to have a really good beverage to start the day with. Humans used to bring large bottles of water, which of course us androids do not need to drink. It always fascinated me to why humans would drink water, and why they need it so much. Their bodies were like this planet. It was mainly made up of water. Yet, every health book I had read stated that they needed more and more and more water every day. So instead of water, since that is tasteless, and it does nothing, I brought 2 things that humans seem to love. It is called Mountain Dew. For you, I brought Mountain Dew Code Red. And for me, I found this really rare can called Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It seems to me like these humans would love to drink this stuff. Long ago, you could find humans wearing these shirts with this drink on it. But in order for you to wear a Mountain Dew shirt, you must also cut your hair in a strange way. You must keep the front of your hair really short, but need to make sure the back of your head is long. I do not know why so many people had their hair like that, but it seemed to be the style at the time. I also made observations that this drink was handed out during events where humans would watch cars drive around and around in circles. It must have been quite mesmerizing at the time to be able to watch that. Anyways, now that we have our beverage, allow me to show you the next part. This is what the humans would call an appetizer. Apparently, the way humans made meals was in a structured format, much like their society. They always had layers to everything, and in this hierarchy, they even brought to their food. So, for the appetizer, or the food that's not good enough to be eaten alone, they always would either have a large amount of tree leaves, or have tree leaves alongside a corpse of the animals that they have chosen to slaughter to put in their food. So, in this case, I brought what the humans would call buffalo wings. I found an old bag of it in the freezers in one of these restaurants. I was reading some magazines and they had tons of advertisements for buffalo wings, which I did not understand. In my research, buffalo were land creatures that moved in packs. None of them would be able to fly, considering how large they were, so I wasn't understanding of their wings. I would have gone and found a beast similar to trying to get wings, but then I found a restaurant called Buffalo Wild Wings and got this food that was in a freezer and I'm sure has been there for a long, long time. Anyways, I heated them up by putting them in a laser calibration machine. Now tell me, what do you think of them? Do you like it? I think it pairs really well with the Mountain Dew Code Red, since they are the same color. I wonder if any of the buffalo is in the Mountain Dew. With these silly humans, I would not be surprised in the slightest. Now, for the main course. I had to find a lot of different stuff, since humans like to make large amounts of food. Probably more food than they needed to make. I went ahead and made a combination of the most sold food in the world during the time of humanity. I was able to figure out that humans love this food called a pizza, which is just bread with cheese, and based on the photos I saw, it appeared to be the blood of their enemies. They called it sauce, which made no sense to me. But humans were warriors through and through. So to make this pizza authentic, the last Goliath we killed, I used its entrails as topping of this pizza. I also learned some catchphrases from the pizza book I found. Take a bite. Let me know what you think. Bazinga! That is so good. What do you think? You think it's really good too? I love it oh so much. Well, now we shall eat the final part of the human meal, the dessert. Now, humans had all sorts of desserts, but I wanted to do the one that I think was the coolest. Cookies. It says that you have to use milk, which is what cows feed to their young, and the children of chickens to make it. So again, with the last Goliath, I made sure to kill any offspring they had, and throw them in the massive scrambler we have on the ship. And I think I made the best cookies I have ever seen. They are yummy. What do you think of this view? I think it's gorgeous. The whole world is magnificent. You know, Yorha tells us that humans ruined the world themselves, and that they were nothing but self-destructing beings. While I do believe that, it's just something so soothing about what humanity did. They were able to experience the love of nature. We can be around the birds and the trees and the lives of all organic beings left on this planet, but we cannot fully feel them. It's just really something I wish I was programmed to enjoy to its fullest extent. Well, let's get out of here and go fight that Goliath. Thanks for coming up here with me. I very thoroughly enjoyed it. You are a special friend to me. Now come on, let's go.